Welcome. I'm here in Aspen. We're finally starting to get some snow, so it feels like winter, and the skiing is becoming pretty good. It's pretty amazing. So I'm going to record this for you back home in Wisconsin or wherever you're at watching and practicing along with me. So today we'll be focusing on our inner thighs, and that will also include our hips. I feel like this is such an important part of our bodies when we're doing sports such as skiing. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Let's get on the mat. We'll sit down, do some breaths together and some grounding. I have a block, and I also have a blanket. The blanket, if you want to grab a towel too, you could use that. But that will come towards the end of practice. You'll see how we'll be using that. So let's go ahead and start to breathe and ground ourselves, settle in. So close your eyes if you feel called to close your eyes. Hands on the knees in your lap. Sit up nice and tall and just take a few breaths along with me together. So we'll inhale through the nose deeply. Really draw that breath all the way down into the belly. Exhale, maybe out through the mouth. I just want you to feel that release, that letting go. Inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale. And that big exhale here. And maybe you're already starting to feel a bit more settled. So we'll come right into stretching that inner thighs. So the inner thighs, obviously we want to think flexibility, but also strengthening. Okay, they go hand in hand. So your butterfly Baddha Konasana can be a little bit looser, especially in the beginning of class. But let's go ahead and do some cat-cows here. So hold on to the ankles or the shins and inhale, lift the chest. Exhale and round like a cat back. Inhale. Sit up tall. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale. And exhaling, round. You can hold it back here and really stretch. So hold on to those ankles or shins. Lean back into it. You'll feel a stretch in the upper back. And then you can come on back up. Okay, we're going to do one core thing right away, Navasana, boat pose. So lifting the legs up, you can bend the knees, you could have hands behind the thighs if you want support, but let's sit up tall here for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, you can cross your ankles or swing your legs around any way you want to come onto your hands and knees for tabletop. Okay, so just kind of finding that balance, right, left, front, center. The core is engaged, drawing the rib cage up and in. Let's start with a cow. Lift your chest, then melt your belly down. Big breath. Exhale and round cat. Inhale, lift. Cow. Exhale and round. Inhale, cow. Good. So just flowing along with the breath here. Cow and cat. And then come back just to a neutral spine. Let's come into some bird dogs. So extend your right leg back, left leg forward, or left arm forward, sorry. And just hold here for a breath or two. And just find that core balance, power. Then starting to tuck your elbow into the knee, round. Extend and lift. Exhaling. Round, tuck it in. Extension. Last one here. And extend. Good. Let's pause and hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower just your left hand and the ball of your right foot straight down behind you and pulse a bit into that right leg. You should feel that in your calf. Good. Cross that right leg behind over to the left and look over your left shoulder. Lean into the right side body and breathe. Now swing your right leg all the way off to the side. We're coming into sort of a gait variation. We're not coming up onto the knee to balance, but we're just hanging out here and doing some rocks in this leg extension. So inner thigh stretch once again. So up to you if you want to pop the toes upwards. It just gives you a little different stretch in your leg. Okay, and then keep that right leg extended and come into more of a puppy dog variation with your arms. Onto the forearms. Your arms are pretty reaching forward a lot. And then we'll let the hands reach up behind the head, sink down into the chest, triceps. And then we'll slowly come on up. Okay, one more thing with the right leg. We're gonna swing it back like that bird dog, and then maybe catch that right foot with your left hand, if I can reach it. Good. And then another option here would be just another bird dog hold. And we'll lift everything up, look forward. We wanna feel like we're kind of towering up, rising up an inch or so. And then release, good. And let's do a cow and a cat between sides. Good, come back to just that neutral spine. Let's switch sides. Now your left leg is reaching back, right arm forward. Engage the core. So you wanna feel like your core is drawing up and in. Then begin elbow to the knee, round. Extend. Crunch, extension, find length in your extension. Exhale and round. One more time, extend, pause and hold once again. And then lower the right hand down. The ball of the left foot goes straight down behind you, pulsing into your left leg. Good. Now cross that left leg around to the right. Look over the right shoulder this time and lean left. Good. Okay, swinging that left leg off to the side. Good, and again, just pulsing here. Good, maybe popping the toes upwards, kind of settling onto that heel. Good, so again, just feeling that really great length in the inner thigh. And then puppy dog here. So forearms on the mat, sink the chest. You could reach the hands up behind the head if you like. But take a few breaths and soften through the chest. Good. One more exhale. Rising back on up, hands. Swing that left leg back behind you, and then maybe catch that left foot with the right hand. And then we're lifting up, pressing the foot into the hand. It's kind of a form of, let's say, a dancer, but obviously on your knees. Good. And then release. Good. Let's come into our first down dog. So hips up and back, pedal it out if you like. Good. And just kind of easing into the body, into the shape. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. You can kind of press the chest, maybe feel some cracking a little bit here. Good. And then let's roll forward to a plank. Pause and hold, press the mat away firmly. Exhale back, down dog. Two more of those, more fluidly. Inhale forward, plank. Exhale, down dog. And one more time, plank. Down dog, good. So we'll go into some twists in our dog. So walk the feet up a couple inches and wider than they are in your typical dog. Cross the right hand to the outside of your left calf for a twist. You can look under your left arm. Strong left shoulder. And switch sides. So the right hand is down. Cross the left to the right calf. Look under. And then let's come back to a regular dog. Forward to plank, lower down as you like, all the way to the belly. Now, just some back strengthening exercises here. So reach forward with the arms, Uncurl the toes. Now, as you lift everything up, we're going to cactus and lift the arms, then reach the arms back, then come forward back again and lower it down. Repeating, inhale, lift everything up, cactus the arms through, and then reach all the way back. Swim forward with the arms, lay it down. One more time, inhale, lift. Arms reaching back. Swim the arms above the head and lower down. Okay, hands next to the sides of the rib cage, setting up for cobra. Lift up. We'll keep the hips on the mat for this one. Exhale and lower. Inhale, cobra. So elbows stay kind of tucked in. I'm not flaring them off to the side. They're tucked in a bit. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, maybe a little bit higher. If you want, you can press up to an upward facing dog. Thighs lifted. Firm press of the mat away. Back to your downward facing dog. Good. So breathing here. Let's stay for at least 2 breaths. Big inhale, big exhale. Okay. At your next exhale, let's just step forward back to the top of the mat. Good. And inhale, half lift, forward fold, exhale. Rise all the way on up to stand, reaching. Draw your hands, heart center. Okay. Inhale and reach. Forward fold, exhale. Half lifts, take a big step back with your left leg. Find a nice long stride in your lunge. Lower your left knee, reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. So we'll just kind of settle in here. Sink, pulse a bit into the lunge. Let's take one big cactus arms, exhale. Inhale, reach, and half split. So extend your right leg, forward fold. So again, I lengthened my leg. I purposely put my heel forward an inch or so I could lengthen this half split. And then come up forward, bend the knee. Let's take a twist. So left hand down, right arm reaches. And then lift your back knee up. Okay, now turning to the left side of the mat. So you're turning all the way to the left side of the mat in a long, wide-legged stance. Skater stretches left to right. So we're not sinking all the way down, not skandasana all the way, just kind of a half sit. Switch over to the right leg, sit and bend the knee. Your left leg is long, stretching that inner thigh, back and forth. Back and forth. And just kind of moving maybe with your breath here. Let's do one more left and right. Okay, and then come forward, bend the knee, turn all the way, come to lizard. So hands inside of your right leg, and you're probably heel toeing your right foot off to the side a bit. Okay, so nice lizard here, keeping it active with your back knee lifted. Then step your left foot up to the outside of your left hand. Sit back just halfway, and then extend your legs forward fold. Sit back like you're sitting in a chair, but lift your chest too. Forward fold, straighten. One more time. Bend, and then straighten. Good. Heel toe the feet back to hips distance. Half lift. Fold it in. Rise to stand. Inhale. Good. Bring your hands heart center. We'll be switching legs and sides. Inhale, reaching. Forward fold. Half lift, take a big stride and step back with your right leg this time. Drop your right knee, reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Good, and again, cactus your arms. Exhale. Reaching up, half split. And again, push the leg forward if you like to create more space to lengthen your leg, and then fold it in. Good. Soften the arms, the shoulders. Sometimes we kind of stay stiff in the upper body. Good. Come forward back to bend the knee. Take a twist. So right hand down, left arm reaches, and then lift up your back knee. Now turning to the opposite side of the mat, wide-legged stance. Right and left skater stretches. So the left leg is long, and then we're coming back to the left, back to the right. This time, if you want, you can come down a little bit deeper. Up to you. One more time, right and left. And then pivoting to the top of the mat for a lizard. So again, create space for your hands inside. You got nice strong back leg lifted. Step up with the right foot outside of that right-handed. We could sit all the way down for a malasana squat. If you have a block, you could sit on a block, but lift your chest up and just take some breaths here. This is an amazing inner thigh strengthening and flexibility pose. And then forward fold, feet back in, hips distance, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Good. Come all the way back up to stand, and then bring your hands heart center. Okay, so continuing on with our standing sequences here. Inhale, reach. Forward fold, exhale. And then half lift, inhale. Okay, let's take a chair. So from this position, we're gonna sink the hips, reach the arms up. So using your back body to set yourself up towards that Uttanasana or Utkatasana, sorry. Good, sitting, breathing. Then fold back in, exhale, half lift. Okay, take it back to a plank. And we'll take a vinyasa here. So chaturanga, either go all the way down, lift for cobra, or catch it towards your upward facing dog. Big breath. Exhale, down dog. Right leg lifts. Let's do 3 knee tucks into the chest. Shift forward, shoulders above the wrists. Tuck it in. Swing it back, 3 dog. Tuck it in. Exhale, round. 3-legged dog, one more time. 3-legged dog, step your right foot up between the hands. And pause here, hands stay down. Okay, let's bring the hands back inside in that lizard pose position with the hands inside the right leg. And we're straightening the leg and forward folding right inside that front leg. Bend back in, lift your chest. 2 more, exhale, straighten. Bend, lift. Go ahead, straighten and fold. And then come back, bend in. Okay, walk your hand back to the outside of that front foot. Stand up for your high lunge. And just find your balance. Good. Let's cactus the arms, sink in a little more. Exhale, really pull and draw your chest through. Inhale, reach. You could stay nice and low in between. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, let's pause, hold open, take a deep breath. Open your mouth, big exhale. Draw your forearms together. Okay, warrior 3. So start to stand on that right leg, float that left leg forward or backwards and up. You are more than welcome to reach forward for the full expression of warrior 3. Otherwise, stay right here. Kind of working with balance, settling in with your breath. Softly step back to warrior 2. Open it up. Good. Heel to heart in alignment in the feet. Good. Soften the shoulders and reverse your warrior. Good. Sink, keep sinking in. Have that nice deep lunge in your right leg. And then come up through extended side angle. Forearm to the thigh. Left arm up and over. Rotate upwards. So I'll give you the option here of either going more stretchy, bringing your hand down, or strength, which is really reaching forward with that Right arm staying in this side bend version, a lot harder. And continue to breathe. Rise back up. Reverse triangle, straighten your right leg. Right arm up and back. Coming into Trikonasana full triangle. So hand down. Start with your hand on the shin, left arm up. Straight up from your left shoulder. Think of drawing your chest through to really open. And your right leg. Hopefully you feel that in your inner right thigh. Good. So strengthening and stretching all at the same time. Okay, coming back on up. Let's wheel the hands down. Take a vinyasa here if you want, or go straight back to your dog. We'll meet there. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Back to your down dog. Lift your left leg up. Good. 3 knee tucks. So nose to knee. Back to 3 dog. And again, every time you come forward and tuck your knee, shift forward like as in plank. 3 dog. 1 more. Knee tuck. 3 dog. Step your left foot up. Good. We'll keep the hands down here, but then walk your hands inside of your left leg. Good. Lift up with your chest. Straighten the leg, forward fold. And bend, lift, straighten and fold. Get bending. Last time here, straighten and fold. You can hold for a breath or two. Just gonna give it a moment. Come back, bend in. Okay, and walk your hand outside of that left foot. Rise up to your high lunge. Okay. Hands cactus or arms cactus to open. Inhale, reach. Cactus. Inhale. Cactus the arms, pause, hold, inhale. And a big exhale. Okay, forearms together. Start to engage your core, draw your belly in, floating your right leg up for your warrior 3 here. Okay, and again, hands could stay right here or reach forward. Okay, 1, 2 more breaths. Really working here with balance. And then stepping back, warrior 2. I'm gonna shift myself over here. Warrior 2. And again, just a couple breaths to settle in. Soften your shoulders. Okay, reverse the warrior. Left arm up and back. Still lunging. Forearm then to the front thigh. Extended side angle. Right arm up and over the head to rotate upwards towards the right. And then again, maybe you're wanting to have a more stretchy version here. Hand goes down. Or a strong forward reach with both arms. You really ignite the breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Come on up, let's find our reverse triangle. Left leg is straightening, bending to the back of the mat. Trikonasana, left hand down, right arm reaches. Okay, I have a wider stance today for my triangle. I'm just staying right in the position where I was in warrior 2, just to find more stretch here a bit, but not too much. If you're tight, you can always adjust. So take another breath here, draw your chest through, really feel opening. Good, come on back up. Wheel it down, let's take a vinyasa. Stepping back plank, chaturanga. Good, cobra or upward facing dog. And back to your down dog. Okay, let's just stay for 2, 3 breaths here. We just have one last standing series here. Okay, lift your right leg up and back. We're simply stepping the right foot up between the hands, taking your low lunge twist here. Right arm is reaching. Good, opening up right away, warrior two. Yeah, adjust your footing as you need. Settle in. Great, reverse the warrior. Maybe air bend the arms, which just means the opposite direction with the arms. Left arm goes forward, right arm back. Now, taking a reverse triangle right from here, straighten your leg and come through, open the arms, half moon. So hand goes down either to your block or your mat, left leg is lifting. Maybe you start with your left hand on your hip, open and turn to your left side of mat, left arm can reach. Okay, now here, one more strength expression of this pose, also balance, is to take your right hand maybe to the right, to the heart. No hands. Okay, and then let's step it back. Whew, that was tough. Okay, it's really hard, particularly hard on uneven surface, which I'm on. Now let's turn all the way to the left side of the mat. Goddess pose, so wide-legged squat. Bring your feet and knees kind of close together, turn your knees out, and take eagle arms with your right arm underneath your left. Keep chest nice and lifted. And breathe. So squatting in as deep as you like. And you don't have to be super still. You can add some pulses. Stay in this squat, just fold forward. Inhale as you lift your chest back on up. So my knees continue and hips continue, head outer rotation, opening up to the side. My knees are tracking towards the toes, lifting up. One more time. And that lift. Good. That's our strengthening version on the side. Good. You can stand, shake it out a little bit. Nice. And let's come on down, wheel it down, take a down dog or a vinyasa here. I'm going to go straight to a dog myself. To catch my breath. Switching to the left side, lift your left leg up. Step your left foot up. Low lunge, twist. So left arm is reaching. Okay, opening up right away, warrior two. Good, settling in here. Okay, reverse your warrior. So you could air bend your arms, right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back in that reverse position. Then straightening your left leg. Good, now open the arms up, half moon. So lift and float that right leg up. Half moon, remember, is turning to the side of the mat. Very different from warrior three, which is squaring everything straight ahead. We have the right hip is opening and lifting. Inner left thigh, hello. Okay, and then let's go ahead, step it back. And then here we get to do a wide-legged forward fold. I'm facing you. So hands on hips, you can interlace your hands here, open, forward fold, good. And then as you are here in your fold, maybe you choose to widen your stance. If it's too wide and you feel out of balance, bring your feet in. You want to, it's this intermediate position between strength and stretching within the legs. Good. And then release the arms down if they're behind you. Sway a little bit. Just add just some gentle movement within this forward fold. Okay, and then our last vinyasa. Turn forward, top of the mat, step it back, chaturanga. Good, up dog or cobra. And then back to your down dog. Okay. Come onto your knees, and this is where we are going to use that blanket. So we're coming into a half, or actually a full frog. And one knee is going to be on that blanket. And let's start with just a child's pose with wide legs, just to kind of get our bodies used to that shape. So feet together, knees are nice and wide as you just let your chest sink. You can rest your forehead here. Kind of regrouping, grounding with breath. Good. And then we'll come on back up to the knees. Now we're just going to transfer one of the knees onto that blanket so it can slide. That's the point of the blanket or the towel. Okay, and then here we are in a full frog. Okay, I am not very flexible in my adductors, so I stay on my forearms. Some might be able to lay all the way down in the belly, but we're going to take at least 4, 5 breaths here, just really slowing things down. Good. So our bodies are kind of perfectly made to have this strength and flexibility. And each of us are very different. Some of us do have more flexibility and therefore maybe need to do more strengthening. And some of us are pretty tight and we do a lot of strengthening activities in our lives, or just kind of are made that way, a little more tight. And then just kind of hanging out in these flexibility poses are just so important. Kind of have that equality between both of those elements, strength and flexibility. And then let's come on back up, we'll release. Good, come on to your seats and right onto your back. I'm gonna take my blanket because I have it and lay on it. Okay, and then let's do a happy baby. Feet up. Draw those knees down along the side. Great. Okay, now release that left leg and lay it on the mat. Hold on to this half happy baby. Okay, a little bit different sensation. Could be easier, could be more difficult, depending on your body. And now let's cross that right knee over the left, reach that right arm out and just gaze to the right, relax back. One more breath. Okay, come onto the back one more time. Full happy baby. Start here. You could rock side to side a bit if you like. Okay, now release the right leg down, half happy baby with only your left leg up. Just hang out here, no rush. Taking that twist, so cross the left leg over, roll onto the right hip, left arm reaches. Relax the head to the left. Good, and then we'll come on to the back. From here, we'll go right into a Shavasana. You can take it, I always suggest 5 minutes at least. It's a little shorter class here online, but 5 minutes is perfect. So continue to lay still if you're in Shavasana. I'll close this practice with so much gratitude for having you join me here. Good. Take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. Namaste.